Hi there. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome to your Cancer weekly horoscope. So let's see what's going on. Ooh, Queen of Cups. I love this energy. Okay, so you are definitely like moving ahead in a very magical way. You're no longer dealing with, I feel like, the stress of the past. Like you're moving in a different direction. It's also almost like you're taking off like your shell a little bit, like your like hardened exterior. That's like it does keep you protected, but sometimes um, it doesn't really let you like open up to new changes and new possibilities. So I feel like you're doing that a lot here. Um, and I also feel like you are moving in a direction that makes you want to try like new things. And you're really like full of hope and excitement here. Ooh, the Lovers card. That's interesting. So maybe this is like a new love interest. Also, could be like divine masculine, divine feminine, like starting to love yourself again and starting to sort of see like the great, like big scope of things where you're no longer like, I feel like you're no longer tied to an energy of the past where in the past you like did like everything. Like I feel like you were one of those people maybe in the past in your relationships where you did everything that your partner wanted you to do all the time and you didn't really think about yourself or put your needs first. And I feel like you're starting to like move into a new phase where you are starting to put yourself first and you are starting to do things like for yourself. And it's like it's coming at like a huge emotional, like uplifting energy because you know that you could like you could always go back to that person you were. We can always go back to that person we used to be where we put our person or other people's agendas and their feelings ahead of our own. But the Queen of Cups is all about releasing that and no longer putting the emotional needs of others before our own emotional needs. And the Lovers is like a sustainable like relationship, or it's a sustainable it's like a union of energy that can be transferred between people, between partners. But really, at like its core, it's like a transfer of energy between ourselves. Because yeah, it's hard to say that like we don't want to have to tap into that like masculine side of ourselves if it is gonna come at a cost and like but like the thing is like I think you're trying to level up and match up with energies of people that like understand what you're going through and can see that you're trying and are proud of you. Yeah, wow, Knight of Swords. Yeah, here's a guy riding in on on a motorcycle, masculine, and he's like in a desert and there's arrows in his bag. Like it's like you are in an emotional desert, right? Like this masculine energy of yours is like charging towards you, like out of the desert. It's like it wants to come alive again. It wants you to like see how strong you are and see how brave you are and like power through these challenges and these obstacles that are clearly like you're clearly facing here. And I'll try and see if I can get like a better lighting. Okay. Queen of Cups. Yeah, like your feminine side is very strong here. Your divine feminine side is very strong here. Um, She's very like natural flow and ebb of the universe by the beach. I feel like on a beautiful sunny day, it's like the perfect day, right? The perfect energy to be in and incorporate here. Ooh, Page of Cups. Okay. This is another masculine with an umbrella by the beach, like using a shell as his like trumpet here. Okay, Cancer. These are like very Cancerian cards. I think the Wild Reflections deck here. Um, so there's a lot of light surrounding the seashells, and I feel like this page and this queen are like even on like a rainy day. Like sometimes you can use an umbrella on a sunny day, right, to keep the sun off you. And I feel like this page like wants to keep the sun like from because the sun can be very fiery and passionate and we want it to bring new life and renewal and hope, but it can also burn us, right? You get a little too close and it can burn you, right? You spend a little too much time in the sun, you can get some sunburn. So I just think it's like this page is a messenger of like rejoice and have fun and like you don't have to have such a hard exterior. You can soften up a little bit, but also be cautious, right? It's like a message of like being cautious, like to too much openness and too much eagerness to like not keep that security around you, right? It's like a little like you gotta find a fine balance here. Ooh, Six of Swords. This looks like the same guy from the Nine of Swords with his arrows. Wonder if that's the artist's intention. But this guy has a beard, so maybe not. Maybe just they're both like their arrows. But this woman in the boat is sailing away, right? And it's a cloudy, stormy day, and this guy's looking at you, Cancer, like he's got his eye on you. I feel like you are this person in the boat. I feel like this week you have to go through a little bit of a like an emotional, sad sort of stormy weather style type of relationship problems with a masculine in particular, because I think like you want to sail off on your own. You want to have your own individual stuff, your own like I feel like you have your own individual paths, right? We all have our own individual paths. But something happened with you in this masculine that was like he didn't want you to have your own path, right? He didn't want you to have your own security for yourself, because if you did, he'd be like afraid of you. Like you would have the power to leave whenever you wanted. You wouldn't be like tied down to like being forced to stay somewhere you didn't want to stay, right? But you do want to like go out and see things, and you do want to get out of this like stormy relationship. I think like it sort of has maybe a little bit to do with like past feelings or past like um karmic relationship, possibly. Um, so um, that could be that could be yeah, wow, Five of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely a old situation. I feel like that is lingering around you. There's a person in the back that looks sad, and then this person in front looks protective of this person because they're sad and they're not feeling that great. They're vulnerable. Like, I don't think you like this is next. This is under the Queen of Cups. So I think you're like not about it. Like you're just like I don't want to deal with this sad array of emotions that can be managed, can be handled in a very like Queen of Cups sort of way, or a very like balancing of the divine feminine, the divine masculine in a very good sensitive way. But like you're dealing with that's the message coming through. It's like leave the desert, leave the non-life forming energy behind. Just be careful that you're not soaking up like too much sun. You're not having too much fun, right? Like, but it's like you have so much like there's so much like past rainy, cloudy emotional, like sadness, stormy weather type energy, that's not a bright sunny day. It's not a fun day at the beach. Okay. You're leaving that behind though. You're like, I can't, like, you emotionally cannot just deal with that any longer. Like, that's not your storm to weather. That's the real message I'm getting here. Is like, it's not your storm to weather. They have to weather it on their own. And you trying to bring in that Queen of Cups energy is something that is, it's not, it's not welcome. But it's like, that's messed up, right? Like, okay. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, you're still gonna have a Queen of Cups type of day. You know what I'm saying? So the Hierophant, don't mess with a man and his buffalo. I don't know if you've ever heard that song or seen that little like video on YouTube. But like a man is riding on a buffalo and like saving little children and stuff like that. But the Hierophant, okay, this is a very spiritual man, okay? You know, he's very connected to nature, the natural elements of the world. He is connected to his spirit animals, his spirit guides. There's a buffalo here, which is a very spiritual, symbolic animal. I'll tell you the meaning of that. Spiritual meaning of the buffalo. Okay, let me see here. So basically, the buffalo and the bison symbolism is that of power, safety, strength, life, sacredness, and durability. A white buffalo in particular in form being an omen of unity, hope, and positive transformation. Wow. So it's very connected with strength and security and safety and life sacredness. So, you know, how sacred life is and durability. So we all like have this purpose, right? Like if you're into, you know, spiritual journeys and all that stuff, we all have a purpose, right? The Hierophant is like telling you this. It's reminding you of this connectiveness to yourself, to spirit, to source. Spirit is like maybe the more masculine side where you draw strength and power from to protect yourself. And source is the more spiritual sense, the divine feminine and creativity. And I want to say like passion too, like creating that spark of passion. Um, okay, and nurturing and so there has to be a balance, right? It's right under the lovers. The lovers and the Hierophant are right next to each other. Actually, the Hierophant comes right before the lovers, 5 and then 6 in the deck as the major arcana. So it's like the lovers. It's like your week ahead is like this is a sneak preview to your week ahead. Like you want the divine feminine, the divine masculine to come together as one. You want there to be harmony. You want there to be balance. The Hierophant is that masculine side. Is like the way to get to that connectivity is like more emphasis on the sacred, like the sacred need that life needs stability. It needs strength and courage and like protectiveness. Um, and the Hierophant, I feel like, teaches that. Yeah, safety and strength, and an omen of unity and hope. Well, that would, you know, it would be if that was like a white buffalo, but for the sake of this reading, you know, we're just going with like all the buffaloes. So, yeah. Yeah, you're just dealing with a lot of and oh wow, look, High Priestess came through. Yeah. Okay. And that's next to the Nine of Swords. Yeah. Your intuition here is telling you you need to leave behind the past. Like you need to leave behind that those people that are giving off energies of desolation, of depression. I mean, I don't like, obviously, like, mental health is an important topic of conversation, and it's something that's very real. But I think for your sake and your well-being, you have to leave the people who are just wandering the wilderness. Okay, mentally, emotionally, they're just wandering around out there in the desert. They know that if they jump on the motorcycle, Knight of Swords, and head out of the desert, they're going to find water, right? They're going to find the High Priestess. The Knight of Swords is leading you to the High Priestess. It wants you to trust your intuition, leave the old thoughts process behind, leave the old world behind, and enter into a new phase in your life this week, Cancer, of trusting your intuition, of trusting the divine feminine again. I love how it's the Hierophant and the High Priestess side by side. It's like these two are pairing up. The divine masculine, the divine feminine are pairing up, so you can trust your intuition, trust your sacred knowledge. Get yourself, I would just say, get yourself as far away as you can. Like, get on that little boat and sail right away. Because you want to trust people again. You want to be open again to new possibilities and new opportunities. But you're stuck with the same challenges. You're facing the same challenges day after day, week after week, because this energy that is coming off the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords, it's like these are like distorted masculines. Like, I'm not saying like they can't be restored and renewed and be divine again, but I'm saying the distorted side is like they're very negative, right? They don't have anything positive to say. They don't have any words of encouragement. They're very negative mindset. And also, like, sometimes their words come across as like too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Or like it's just a like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Narcissists are really good at doing this. Like, it's just like a proposal, but it's something different. It's more than that. It's like they're just coming out with like they're just throwing words out there that sound good, right? Like a salesman, like a used car salesman. They're just saying like words like that sound good, but it's like, you're not gonna get a good deal, right? You're not gonna get anything good out of it, right? It's gonna be more pain than pleasure, right? So I find like that's the troubling thing about these swords, is that like they want you to not go out on your own. They don't want you to go out and see the world. They don't want you to explore. They don't want you to have your fun day on the beach. They want you to stay stuck in that negative, cloudy, stormy weather and help them weather their own storm. Help them weather their own drama. And you're like, no, I'm trusting the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Sacred knowledge, sacred wisdom. I'm going where there is real, true stability, where there's real, true trust in my own judgment, trust in my own intuition, my own discernment. Like your own mind, right? It's like your mind is your own to make whatever conclusions you can draw from it. And other people's opinions, it's like narcissists want you to listen to them and only them. They don't want you to trust anyone else. They don't want you to believe in anyone else. And I feel like they also want you to stay stuck out in the desert with them, dealing with their drama, when they won't even get on the motorcycle and get out of the desert and drink the water when it's being handed to them, right? So, yeah, Seven of Cups, okay? This is like someone who's very creative, very musically talented. They have an artistic mind. You can see this divine masculine. He's using seashells with water to make music. He's very in tune to his spirituality, to his gifts, to divine, to source, to spirit. And that's coming with the Page of Cups. So your Seven of Cups and your Page of Cups, it's like you have to listen to the sound, the call to action, to the music that is being played for you in your honor, Cancer. Okay, that like there are going to be divine masculines that want you to dance on the beach and sing and listen and dance and play music and dance to the beat of your own drum. You know what I'm saying? They want to see you in your most happiest times, happiest moments. But there are distorted masculines that are riding on you, Cancer, to fail, that are riding on you, Cancer, to give up, that are riding on you to wither away and just fade in the background while they go off and seize the day and drive off into the sun and laugh and joke around and have a good old time with their pals while you're, stuck in the background just waiting for them to get home, Cancer. Like, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? That is just not who you are. You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of intuition that can help guide you to the right path and on the right path and stay the true course. That is your life purpose. That is why you're here, Cancer. Okay, and I feel like, Cancer, you're here to express your artistic talents, to be your most truest, authentic self. Oh yeah, look, Seven of Swords again. This energy just doesn't want to go away. This is someone watching you. Okay, I feel like this is somebody who's keeping their eye on you and seeing what you're doing and trying to like put an arrow in your back, so to speak, like just trying to, like, they're hunting you. They're waiting for you, Cancer, to do something that doesn't align with your true self. Oh, wow. Look, the Emperor's coming to put a stop on that. Yeah, the Native American chief here, right? Very wise leader, chosen to lead for a reason. Yeah, he's canceling out. I'm just saying for now, I'm putting it on top of the Five of Swords. He is canceling out this energy where these arrows, like this arrow energy, wants to just keep piercing you, like piercing your heart, Cancer. And you deserve so much more than that. You deserve to feel safe and comfortable in your own element, to which Cancer, your water sign. So, like, water is symbolism for emotion. Your own emotional stability, Cancer. Okay? So, that Emperor is coming in like, no. I'm the wise chief leader here, okay? You cannot, this little divine math, though I would say this is more of a distorted masculine energy coming through in this time, in this reading. But he's like, oh, I'm gonna sneak up on you, Queen of Cups. I'm watching you. It's like, no, like, let me do my thing, and you just stay over there, and go deal with your stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, your own spiritual journey, and stop bothering me with mine. No, like, it's like no respect. Like, this distorted masculine has like no respect for your time, Cancer. The Emperor, yeah, the Emperor is like, yeah, no. The Emperor is a divine masculine. Been a divine masculine for a long time. Very wise, very knowledgeable. Inserting himself in the conversation, like, that's like that's an immature masculine right there. That's Seven of Swords. That sneaky Seven of Swords. I call it sneaky because he's hiding behind the tree, trying to be sneaky, watching you. There's a lot of those, like, I'm a full-grown woman, and let me tell you, there are some very sneaky, or try to be sneaky, masculines out there that are so misguided, and you're like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Yeah. So I love how the Emperor, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, Seven of Cups are all lining up here. Yeah. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, Four of Cups. Yes. The universe wants you to hear the call. It's handing you the seashell. Look. There's the universe's hand handing this divine feminine the seashell. Right? She's sitting there with other seashells looking at you, Cancer, saying, what do I do next? This is like your younger version of yourself tapping in. Your queen is calling. The queen is calling. This is like, your younger self might have dated some bad boys, or, got yourself into some difficult relationships with like some non-divine masculines that act very mature, that act very toxic, that are not in alignment with where you need to be and where you are currently going, Cancer, right? You're like in the next phase of your life already. You're planning ahead. You're mature now. You're grown now. And you're still looking at your younger self, being like, how do I get out of this situation where these immature, distorted masculines are trying to take my attention away? And the universe is like, here, get your conch shell out, right? And start listening to the Page of Cups with the conch shell, right? That's holding the umbrella for you. You know, where's the masculine with their divine masculine with their umbrella for me at the sun, right? Like, where is the seashells and the happiness, right? And all that fun stuff. So, yeah. Ooh, the Hermit. Okay, yeah, I love this Hermit card. There is the universe bringing its light down, its messages, downloading messages for you. Okay? This is you meditating. This is you waiting. This is you being patient and waiting and listening for the right answers at the right time. Okay, you're not messing around anymore. You're not like, oh, I'll just settle for, the sneaky Seven of Swords. That's not very serious. Too much drama there. Not the Six of Swords. It's always like, oh, come back to me. You'll come back to me. And it's like, no, I'm going on my own trip. Thank you. Like, I need my own space. Thank you. You're like really tuned in here. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Hermit. You're no longer accepting less than you deserve, Cancer. You're no longer accepting less than you deserve, and you deserve the very best. You deserve a divine masculine to align with your divine feminine. And when I say that, I also mean like men, we have, I'm not a man, but I mean men, okay? We as human beings, there we go, that's what I meant to say. We as human beings, okay, just like we have a feminine side and a masculine side to us. And I feel like men in society have been taught to only focus on the masculine part of ourselves, whether it's distorted or divine. And we just go back, as human beings, I've just seen like men just go back and forth between the distorted masculine and the divine masculine. And sometimes they never get to the divine masculine and they stay distorted forever. Or sometimes they are divine for a while and then they go back to distorted again. But where's the feminine in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the divine feminine in that? Where is that nurturing, loving, caring, empathetic man out there, right? Okay, so, yeah. So that's the Hermit and the Moon, okay? The Moon, feminine energy, okay? The Hermit is like holding on all that energy, source, spirit, feminine, masculine, to come together and harmonize and create balance once again. And the Moon, you have the dog and the wolf howling at the moon, and this feminine. This woman looks the same as this woman in all three pictures. Okay? I feel like this is your younger self, okay, asking universe for the answers, Cancer. Like, I want to still feel protected. I don't want to fully remove my hard exterior that I keep on me to protect myself. But I also want to go on a spiritual journey. And I want to find answers. Dogs represent loyalty. This looks like a golden retriever, which are good, tame, usually pretty tame dogs. And then the wolf, right? That's that like primal howling at the moon, just like I guess primal would be the best word for that. But anyway, spiritual journey here. You want loyalty. You want trust. Okay, you want to also be able to feel free to be yourself and trust in your feelings and emotions and know that you're in a safe space to express that without fear of judgment, I feel like. Okay, and that's what the Hermit does, is it meditates on everything it's learned. It takes all of its new information that it's been given by the Hierophant, by the High Priestess, and then it sits and contemplates and meditates on what the next move is. The next move is focusing on your individual journey here, who you can trust, who is loyal to you, how you can feel safe and trusting in your intuition and moving forward on the right path, but still being able to like tap into that need to like, just go out and have some fun every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And once that's harmonized and that's balanced, you're going to get to your 10 of cups. There's the woman, okay? This is like a woman that has blonde hair and she has a younger girl. Her daughter could be your younger self, inner child work here, nurturing that inner child. And then there's like a dad and a little boy. So it's like, your typical all around family of four, boy, girl. And there's rainbows and seashells and they're at the beach. Okay, so I feel like for you, once you tap in and nurture your inner child, your inner divine masculine, divine feminine energies, you'll see a rainbow. You'll see an array of colors, array of new inspiration, of new possibilities, different beautiful exchanges of energy and transformation, and all the seashells here. Okay, all the other supports here, all the other people who went on this journey as well, Cancer, other cancers, right? Other Cancer signs that went on this journey and took their shell off and were like, I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna just like, yeah, I can hide in my shell and be scared, or I can just go out a little bit. Just try a little bit something new every day. Try something a little new every single day. And yeah, it's gonna be hard, and yeah, it's gonna be challenging. Yeah, you're gonna have to face off, some obstacles. I feel like these are like X energies or like toxic masculines in your family or your friend circle or your social circle that are just like, oh, come and give me attention, come give me attention. And it's like such a negative transaction, and it leaves you feeling so hurt because here you are, Cancer, this Queen of Cups, on the beach, having a great old day, singing songs, dancing, having yourself a good merry old time. And then all of a sudden, these sneaky little Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, these gray, rainy storm clouds of energy are like, nope, I'm going to rain. I'm going to rain on you today. And you're like, no, I'm going with the Page of Cups. I'm getting that umbrella. I'm listening to that shell horn being tooted or whatever it is. And I'm going to go have some fun. I'm going to go have a good time. Because you need to nurture yourself, Cancer. You need to love yourself, Cancer. And yes, you want, rainbows and sunshine and all that fun stuff. And to get to that end of the week there with the rainbows and the sunshine, you've got to trust your intuition. Trust in your wisdom, okay? Trust in yourself on your spiritual journey here. The Hermit is telling me that this moon is all about spiritual journey and trusting yourself and trusting your emotions and your feelings. If you don't feel like something's right, and then you shouldn't trust those people, don't trust them. If you don't feel like something's right and you shouldn't go hang out with a certain group of people, don't go hang out with that group of people. Trust in that because you're being guided to the right path and on the right path. Okay, that's what I have for you, Cancers. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.